Okay, so you don't have permission from our marketing and public relations department, is what you're saying?
We don't need it, is what I'm saying.
Okay.
Thank you.
So, if you go right over there, I can call them for you, and they can talk to you directly.
Perhaps you should call them before assuming that I don't have permission already.
Okay, you want me to go ahead and do that now?
I think perhaps for your own education, you should. Yeah. For permission to exercise my rights?
Yes.
You know how silly that sounds. Come on, John.
Yeah.
Rights Crispy here at the Orlando Library. It's James Madison. Gonna go see if they have a copy of the CAFR here, as well as the as well as the College Blue Book. Find the reference section. Library Central. All right, you go that way. I'll go this way. Oh, look at these guys. This is the guy that did the kiss, right? Hey everybody, Rights Crispy here. This video is going to be as educational as you would expect, having been recorded in a library. We'll be talking about case law that covers freedom of the press, and we'll be talking about the limited public forum that is a library. Alberto Quintero. It's the reference section. Hi, can you point me to the reference section, please?
I'm sorry,
The reference section.
on the fourth floor?
Fourth floor? Thank you.
Okay, this would be where you're videotaping it here. You cannot videotape people or employees unless you have permission from our marketing and public relations department.
Okay. Do you suspect that I don't?
I do not know, that's why I'm asking.
Okay, yeah, we're covered.
You have permission from our marketing
I'm
and
going to
public relations.
document the process of how to get the College Blue Book for the people who are agoraphobes. We have permission. We're not going to engage with anybody who doesn't engage with us.
Okay. What I'm asking though is, have you spoken with our marketing and public relations department?
Sir, when we talk about the limited public forum of a library and the rules and regulations, we have a legitimate purpose to be in the library for library purposes. We're not causing a disturbance. You cannot criminalize a constitutionally protected act, which is what we're doing, okay?
Okay. So you don't have permission from our marketing and public relations department, is what you're saying?
We don't need it, is what I'm saying.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, most libraries in Florida have the same verbiage in their photography and recording policy. It reads, "The library welcomes news media photographers and reporters documenting stories or projects that directly involve the library and its programs, resources, and services, provided that notice is given, patron use of the library is not impeded, and the provisions of this policy are followed." All right, notice is given when we walk in and we tell them what we want.
Hi. Snuck up on me. So fourth floor right here, elevators. I'm going up to the fourth floor. Hello. Is this the reference desk?
What's that?
Is this the reference desk?
Yes, it is.
Could I see the College Blue Book, also known as the Book of Scholarships, Grants, and Prizes, please? And do you also have a City of Orlando's comprehensive annual financial report on record?
I'll have to look that one up.
Okay, thank you, sir. I appreciate your help.
What was the thing you're looking for?
The College Blue Book, the Book of Scholarships, Grants, and Prizes.
Okay, I'll look that
and the Comprehensive Annual Financial Report, CAFR. Yes, sir. Put this back where I found it.
That gizmo we got there.
Oh, this is a GoPro.
Oh, GoPro.
Yeah, it's not activated. This is, though.
So when you're on your bike?
Yes, on a scooter, actually.
Okay.
Thanks, Jonathan.
Sure.
I'm coming with you. That's all right?
Okay.
We're using the Dewey Decimal System today, folks. 353.
Did you get permission to film in the library?
I was just talking about that with the gentleman downstairs.
Yeah, you have to get permission to
No, sir, no. This is, even though it's a limited public forum, we still have our right to freedom of the press. And as long as I'm coming to get this pertinent information for my subscribers who are afraid to leave their home.
Okay, there's Citizens Annual Financial Report.
Yes, for the year 2020.
I don't know if we have 2020. I think we just have the older ones. I don't think we have
Oh,
the
okay.
newer ones.
That won't help me then. All right. More importantly, the College Blue Book.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. You can't film in the library without. You can always go to MPR, and they're on the 3rd floor, and you can ask them.
For permission
permission.
to
Mhm.
exercise my rights?
Yes.
You know how silly that sounds? Come on, John.
Yeah. Seriously.
No, seriously, I do not need to ask permission to exercise my rights. So where's that College Blue Book? No?
The staff that can do so.
Hi.
Hi, how are you, sir?
I'm
Having a
all
good
right.
day?
I'm
Everything okay?
trying to answer you.
Everything okay?
No, actually.
It's not. Well, how can I help you?
Trying to get the College Blue Book,
Oh.
and a couple people have given me false directives to ask permission to exercise my right.
About finding.
Yeah, it's not funny, sir. This is a
about the
constant.
College Blue Book.
Yeah, I want to be able to show my
Do we have it?
subscribers. I have. Yeah.
He's the person you want to talk to. I'm in facility, so.
Okay.
He's the person to find out for you.
Craig, have you ever heard of agoraphobes?
Oh, what?
Agoraphobes.
I have not.
People who are afraid to leave their home.
Okay, I've heard of that, but.
Yeah, that's who are a lot of my subscribers, and they want to know the resources that are available in the public library without having to come in.
Okay. Better maybe online. There's a lot of stuff online nowadays.
A lot of them
It's like
don't
you get
have.
you get a lot of universities nowadays. My son graduated. It's like a lot of the textbooks are all online. You don't even have them in the bookstores anymore. So.
Right. But less than 2% of the world's literature is actually digitized, and that's why
Yeah.
we have libraries still, you know. And the College Blue Book is a reference that a lot of people need so they don't have to join the military to pay for college. There are hundreds of people who will. I think they're getting educated on our rights here. I'm not disturbing anybody. I'm not engaging with anybody,
Yeah.
you know.
As long as you're not disruptive to other people.
Exactly.
So-
That falls under the rules of the library. Yeah.
This is correct. My warranty for my car is expired.
Oh, see, I have another YouTube channel where
That's what someone needs to do something on.
I do. I actually have
Wasn't
another
there a
channel.
law, like a couple presidents ago, that actually was illegal and you could win a case against if they kept spamming you.
And then they got rid of the Consumer Protection Bureau,
To
and
reinstate that.
they do. But we also have a YouTube channel where we scam bait. We get them on the phone and we take up as much of their time as possible so they don't end up calling you.
Yeah.
We have fun with them. We give them the number to the White House to call them.
Oh.
We asked them what type of toothpaste they recommend. If it's in,
We have the ebook, we don't have the physical copy. So we have
oh, the
one
ebook
choice.
for the College Blue
Yeah.
Book? Okay, so no physical copy here?
No physical copy.
Oh, all right, can you order that from another location, or is that something that you guys can maybe put on your list of books that are imperative to have here in the reference section?
Yeah, so actually, if you wanted to visit our website, you're welcome to request the books be added to our collection. So if you make the request, that gets sent to our collection development department, and then they'll let you know whether or not they choose to purchase the book.
Okay, and there's no way to just put it in a request right here, right now?
No, unfortunately, it's all digitized. We don't have a paper for you.
Okay. And do you mind me asking what those little monitors are for?
They're just walkie-talkies.
Oh, I got you. All right.
There's coursera are called. They're just communication.
All
So
right.
if they want to find a different librarian, they could say, "Hey, I want to call so and so."
Ah.
It's just a communication device. It's not-
I love gadgets like that. You know, that's why I got all these on. Look,
Yeah.
these are.
Yeah.
I'm recording now with the glasses.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Very
Yeah,
cool.
this is, ubiquitous. There are 50 cameras in here all over the place. You can see them on the ceiling and everything. And, those things are recording all day. And who knows what those get used for. This one is for liberty. This one is for letting people share knowledge. Those, they're probably going to check and see how much everybody in your family weighs so Merck and Pfizer can sell you some pills. These are for liberty, like I said.
Do you have our website? Do you have a flyer or something to request it?
No, I don't.
Is there like a?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
got a bookmark.
I appreciate
Give
it.
you some. Sure, no problem at all.
Have you guys had other people come in and record?
Once in a while, people do
Yeah.
different things, but it's been pretty quiet because we're still kind of going through the COVID thing with the county.
Right.
I mean, we were supposed to, a couple months ago, things were going to open up like in early October, but then the other strain came.
Yeah.
And now it got pushed back, kind of back to January again.
Right on.
So it's,
Well, I'm fully vaxxed, but I'm still wearing a mask.
we actually, at one point, the county, we had them off, and
Yeah.
then, but I had to come back on, so.
Right on. This is prudence.
Yeah.
Our website, you go to ocls.info. That's our website. I have it circled there.
Okay.
Also,
Thank
if you
you.
need more information on maybe how to request the book or have something added to the collection, you can always call this number right here and they can walk you through it.
Right on. Thank you, Jonathan.
You're welcome.
I appreciate it. Oh, let's save that. Let's save the planet.
Okay.
Thank you. I got it right here.
Nice meeting you.
You too, guys.
All right.
JMA is headed this way, so All right.
I guess we can head down to the third floor.
Yeah.
Just wander around and get a nice young man.
Look at the Harry Potter setup here in Disney.
And check all that out.
Have a nice day, sir.
You too. A+. Yeah. Little hesitation, but they pass. For now. This floor. They set Matthew up. This guy was helping me, and then he told me that I had to ask permission, and then those two guys showed up, and I was like, wait a minute, stop it. Ooh, look at those plantains. Look, there's 500 ways to cook plantains. 250 of them are when they're green and delicious. It's got 5 times the nutrients of a banana.
Really?
Yeah.
I really appreciate it. Thank you. You too, thank you.
This is the guy who was taking pictures of your license plate.
Hi, we don't allow recording in here. I'm sorry. It's in our rules of conduct on the first floor. So if you go to NPR, you can ask for permission to record, but it has to be for a news outlet or something. So if you go right over there, I can call them for you and they can talk to you directly.
Perhaps you should call him before assuming that I don't have permission already.
Okay, you want me to go ahead and do that now?
I think perhaps for your own education, you should. Yeah. She's saying that we need to ask permission to exercise our rights, and we already clarified that up there. Bang. Bolt Action News Group, man. She's calling because she thinks we need permission also.
Well, can we just talk for a minute about that?
Yeah, absolutely.
So, let me just get her off the phone.
Yeah.
Hey, Melanie? Yeah.
And what's your
So,
name, sir?
My name's Steve Powell.
Steve Powell. I'm Finn. With Bang.
Nice.
Bolt Action News Group.
Nice to meet you. So, in the state of Florida, there's laws that protect customer privacy.
Yes, sir.
So what we do is, to do that, we just ask that you ask for permission, and then we say, well, as long as you don't video any customers or stuff like that, we 99% of the time would grant you permission. So,
These situations
fine.
are always a little uneasy. If you want to take 30 seconds with me, I'm going to take 30 seconds to just silently meditate. You can join me if you like.
okay. I mean, we're in good shape here, I think.
No, really, yeah.
You guys are doing a really,
again, I
you
just
guys
saw-
are doing a really good job of, you know, the
We don't
thing
bother
we don't have
anybody.
right now is we don't have people sitting at tables with books.
And we wouldn't lean over their shoulder to see which book they're reading, which is the protection that the library.
Right.
Right. And
So-
we're not about that. We're not
Because-
going to get any personal information, and
Yeah.
we're not even going to engage with anyone.
Right, so the thing is, you know, they call this a limited public forum.
Correct.
And so we're sort of obligated to protect ourselves.
Yes.
By just asking you to ask for permission. And the
Okay.
other thing I would say is, here's what's gonna happen. What just happened.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, sure, you guys are welcome to video in the library, just don't video any customers.
Correct.
But don't be offended when somebody else stops you and says, do you guys have permission?
Right.
Because everybody's sort of gonna do that.
Yeah, and I don't take offense. I just say, hey, maybe check first before, saying that we can't or that we didn't get permission. We don't have to ask permission.
Well,
That's-
actually you do in a limited public forum. That's why we're,
That's, if I can explain real quick, what you're talking about is freedom of speech and freedom of expression.
Mhm.
We're practicing the right to free press. Now, the
Right.
difference being is that it isn't restricted by the public forum, it's restricted by time, place, and manner. Basically, we are allowed to come in any place that the general public can go, okay? We're allowed to go in non-restricted accessible areas.
For purposes of library stuff, we have to have our purpose to
but
come
in
in.
the library, in the
Right.
state of Florida, our council has advised us that yes, you do need to ask permission.
Today?
It's been upheld, no.
Oh, okay.
We've had these rules in place for
Because
15
I
years.
just checked recently. We triple check before we come in. So I'm
No,
well,
this has been upheld by the Supreme Court. I think there's a case in the state of Maryland that upheld this
1996.
for limited public forums.
Correct.
So,
Right.
because it's a limited public forum, once you walk in the front door,
Yep.
all we're asking is you ask for permission, that's all.
If we were to ask somebody what book they're reading, or if we were to
No,
lean over
no,
their shoulder and
it's-
record that, it's not a
It's-
blanket. You have to ask everybody's permission once you walk into the library. That's not correct.
No,
If
no,
we have,
well,
if we want to express our freedom of speech, then yes, we would have to get permission from NPR upstairs and tell them, hey, look, I'm going to go in here and I want to say, F the police, right? All day long.
Wear a shirt that says
Or wear a
something
shirt.
politically
But,
motivated.
but our freedom of the press, and this has also been covered in case law.
And I have
we,
the case law.
we can go in and I can get the College Blue Book for my subscribers who are agoraphobic, people who are afraid to leave their homes, and get that information documented on this video without me having to write it down or forget what happened or anything, without permission. I can go in for that public library access.
It's a little nuisance,
about
but
this
we,
week?
we won't disrespect any of your rules
Right.
or get any of the
And-
customers on there. That's not what we're here for.
And I'm willing to agree to disagree. I'm
Well-
willing,
well,
I'm there, I'm good.
And-
If you
and-
guys aren't doing this, see, the issue we run into is other people that come in here to video aren't being as cooperative
Oh, I know.
and
That's why we're
diplomatic about it
here.
as
We're
you
trying to
guys.
repair that reputation because we've seen those videos and we understand that guy and how he's making
So,
us
you
look.
know
So
what I mean?
we're
So we're
fixing
just
it.
trying to protect ourselves, and we've got to have this consistency factor from our staff.
Absolutely.
So it's not every day we're gonna run into somebody who's gonna be willing to have this conversation
Right.
with us about videoing.
Right. So when again
And-
with the public forum and the limited public forum, since you're providing a service that the government has done, you have strict scrutiny on trying to deprive us of our constitutional rights. So it has to be something that I'm doing wrong.
Okay.
Not just not asking for permission. I would have to be causing a disturbance, or I have to be peering over somebody's shoulder, or checking to see which books they're checking out, which I'm not. As soon as you see me doing that, you tell me to get the F out.
We have the same thing when we go into DMVs and people are giving their information to the lady behind the counter, public information.
And why would we go to the DMV? Because they sold our private info for $77 million in 2017 to those telemarketers that just called the gentleman upstairs.
And we don't, so here's what I'll do. Rather than, we can debate this for a long time. You guys are doing something that you think is good.
Yes.
I don't disagree.
Right on.
So why don't we just go where we were at?
Yeah.
We can agree to disagree.
Okay.
Our council, we've had these rules for a long time. We're going to get some clarity around this because.
Yes, please.
Because
So we don't have a problem
we
again
just
next
had this
time.
conversation as we really need some clarity around this so that we can say, here's the law.
Right.
And I don't have that to hand you right now, and I'm
Here.
unprepared.
Well,
so-
no, this is what you're gonna wanna tell your counsel. It's
Yeah.
Brandsburg v. Hayes, it's United States Supreme Court.
Mhm.
And it states right here that generally been held that the First Amendment does not guarantee the press a constitutional right of special access to information not available to the public generally. Okay, because, and this is the common sense part of it when we think about it. If regular citizens could go into buildings, government buildings that the press couldn't go, we wouldn't need the press.
And would I be the only one who has to ask permission from anybody in here? Or is everybody behind those cameras asking for their permission? There's a 14th Amendment violation there. Equal protection, right?
But yeah,
This is for fun and for free education, brother. That's why we do this, man.
And let me give
Thanks for listening.
Let me give you a
Well,
card.
I appreciate, we have a little dialogue here
Yeah.
because we don't have the opportunity to do this because we'd like to hear what you have to say as well.
You see my eyes. This is my face.
Go ahead and take that.
Nothing
And you
to
can
hide.
pass that along to your counsel. They can
Okay.
contact me at the
Sure.
email, and I would be happy to
Great.
continue the discussion so that way.
Right. I'm not a
it's
lawyer,
all
so-
clarified.
And-
neither are we.
And
Neither
mine's
are we.
rightscrispy@gmail.com.
Okay.
Yeah, Rights Crispy. Mine's
Yep.
McLovin.
Nice.
McLovin. Okay. Yeah, we're just looking around. We're not going to bother anybody or get anything we shouldn't.
Okay, so if anybody else stops you,
We're not going to get anything we should either. They don't have the college blue book here, and I got to order one. And that's
So-
very important. We don't want kids to have to join the Marine Corps to go to college,
no.
The Cuban American National Foundation will give you a job when you graduate, just as long as you maintain a seat.
So what's going to happen is when I walk away, you're going to encounter somebody that's going to say, you can't video.
And
Just
I'm gonna
tell them you
say
talk to
Steve.
just tell them you talk to Steve on
Right
the
on.
3rd floor, and you're good.
Steve
Perfect.
Powell's the guy. He said
Thank
we're
you.
okay as long as we're not
about that?
being
Yes.
idiots. You got it, Steve.
All
Thank
right.
you, buddy.
Appreciate it.
fellas.
And
Thank
please
you.
look into it because it's important.
We have a lot to learn here too.
Yeah.
I mean, we're an institution about learning, so
Right.
Absolutely.
we
And
got to get our
another-
details in
There's
there.
my information. Tell him to feel free to give me a ring.
All
Thomas
right.
Paine said, I don't like conflict, but if we must have it, let it be in my day, that my children may know peace.
Thank you, fellas.
Right?
Appreciate it.
Take care.